Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, we are doing paper 3 today. Why I do paper 3? Because I have attended one of the free seminar the other day, and I teach this thing in Chinese. So to be fair to my students who don't understand Chinese, I will use the same material to teach you all again, because takkan I don't teach my student right. So this video will only be in English, because I know that some of you have attended the Chinese Ching Chong Ling Long seminar. So if you think that the Ching Chong Ling Long seminar is very fast, then you can watch this video again. If you think that I speak too fast, you can change the speed to 0.75, or you can change to 0.25 if you think I speak too fast, because that is my normal way of teaching speed, okay? I will use the same material, okay? So first of all, why paper 3 is important? Because you have to know one thing. You guys are the last batch of paper 3 using this format. And paper 3 format, right, for your batch is the easiest, okay? Number one, how to answer paper 3. Paper 3 has two sections, section A and section B. This video, I'll be teaching section A first, and then the next video, I will teach section B, because if not, it's too long, okay? So for section A, in total, we have 33 marks. These 33 marks come from 11 questions. So this 11 questions, each is 3 marks, okay? How to answer this 11 questions? All of this answering technique, you can apply to most of the experiment. I wouldn't say all, but most of the experiment in biology, you can use the same technique. So first of all, we have record data. Record data is the easiest question, guys. If you do this question wrongly, right, really have to go back to primary school already. You only have to write what you see. At the same time, you only have to do some simple mathematics, maybe minus or maybe plus, or maybe divide to find the average. So it's the easiest one you have to get marked. If your recording data is wrong, right, it will affect your table, it will affect your graph. So that's why the first question, you shouldn't do it wrongly, guys. You must do it correctly. Second one, observation. How to write observation? Observation, we have to find the highest and the lowest value, okay? Highest and the lowest. Where do you find the highest and the lowest? The highest and the lowest, we do it from the data itself. Whatever you find in the data is basically what you see highest and lowest. So how do you want to form the sentence for observation? You write MV value, RV value. Of course, sometimes if your MV got no value, then it's okay. But you have to involve your MV there. And then you have to involve your RV as well, manipulated and responding variable. Next one, inference. I think a lot of students don't know how to do inference. How do you want to write inference? Inference, we have to write when MV is higher or lower. You can involve value if you want to, but if you don't want, it's totally fine. You can write when MV increases or decreases. What happens to the ORV? What is ORV? Let me teach you a way to find ORV. Usually ORV start from the word rate. Rate of photosynthesis, rate of respiration, rate of whatever, okay? Usually they start from rate. If you can't find in the question itself, you can find it in the explain relationship. You can find it in the definition, okay? Sometimes the definition. So you can find the rate of something in the question itself. You don't even need to know if you don't know, you can just find in the question, okay? The other one is the reason. A reason is something that you have to know about the rate of whatever. You have to know the meaning of photosynthesis, you have to know the meaning of transpiration and so on. So you have to give a little bit reason. So the reason is about 1 mark, okay? And then you have control variables. Control variable comes in the table, the one on the left and the one on the right. So the most left side here, remember, please don't write it wrongly. The one on the left, please write MV, RV, and constant variable. Nothing else already, okay? You must write your MV, RV, and CV, because you should be able to know your MV and RV since you write the observation already, okay? And then method to handle, how do you write method to handle? If you can't write method to handle, use this technique, okay? For MV, use the word use different. Use different. Use different MV, which are whatever value or whatever example. You must involve all of the thing that is there. For example, if it's a sucrose solution, then you're going to write use different concentration of sucrose solution, which is 0.1%, 0.3%, 0.5%. You're going to write all of the example out. Okay, next one, responding variable. You can use measure and record. You can use observe and record. You can use count and record. So you must write the word record, okay? Your responding variable by using what apparatus. What is apparatus are the things that we can be reused. For example, if you want to measure time taken, you can use a stopwatch. If you want to measure a distance, you can use the meter rule. If you want to measure volume, you can use the measuring cylinder. These are the apparatus. You must involve of apparatus, okay? Okay, now, if you don't want to write responding variable, can you write operational responding variable? For example, rate of photosynthesis. Of course you can, but I will not suggest you to write that, because if you want to write rate of something, you must write calculate by using what formula. Do you know the formula? You don't know, right? Let's say if you don't know, then you don't write this. But you can actually find your formula at the table here if they give you formula, okay? Next one, for constant variable, you have to use the word fix, okay? Fix what constant at what value by using what apparatus. If your example of constant variable is type of plant, then if it's type of plant, then you can use fix the type of plant used throughout the whole experiment if it's a type of plant, okay? Hypothesis, can you write the higher the MV, the higher the RV? Because in primary school, you write that, right? Of course, in Form 4, Form 5, you can also write the higher the MV, the higher the RV. But, okay, there's a but, okay, if the MV has no value, you cannot write MV higher, RV higher because you have no value for MV. How do you write MV higher, RV higher, right? In this case, if MV got no value, you have to choose the highest or the lowest MV to explain. For example, let's say I have fruit juice. I have different type of fruit juice. I have orange juice, lemon juice, and pineapple juice. Because my MV is type of fruit juice, I cannot say the higher the lemon juice. It sounds very weird, right? I don't even have a number for that. So I can say lemon juice has the highest rate of percentage of vitamin C compared to pineapple juice and watermelon juice. So I choose highest one. Okay, next one, construct a table. They will give you what you need to draw. So remember, in a table, you have to write your title, unit, data, and calculation. So without your unit, your answer is without 1 mark. So this is quite easy to get. How do you get your data? The data is from the record data itself. Next one, draw a graph and bar chart. I think this one is quite easy to score mark as long as your answer is correct there. If it's a bar, you have to make sure that bar looks something like that. This is the bar. Okay. If it's a graph, let's say this is a graph, right? Whenever you want to join the point, remember to join at the first to the last point. First to the last, not from point 0, is from the first to the last point. This is a graph. Remember, this is a graph, first to the last point. They will give you a graph paper, so don't worry, you don't even have to label X and Y axis. They will give you the labeling already, okay? So this is what you're gonna make sure that when you draw, right, please make sure you use freehand. Usually you don't get like a pretty straight line, just use a freehand to join them together. Next one, explain the relationship. Usually the relationship, right, is between MV and the ORV. They ask you what is the relationship between the MV and ORV. So you can say the higher the MV, the higher the ORV. If there is no higher MV, then you can choose the highest MV. Like just like I mentioned, the lemon juice is the highest rate of percentage of vitamin C, right? And you have to explain your answer over here. So another one, the operational definition. People always see definition. They will be very worried about definition. I'm like, shit, I don't even know what is definition. How am I supposed to write the answer over here? Never mind, guys. If you do know the definition, you only lose 1 mark, which is the theory mark. Okay, but the second sentence here gives you 2 marks. So you must remember, which is determined by RV affected by MV. You only have to change the RV and the MV. So this one here, 2 marks, please don't leave it blank. In biology, I will not encourage anyone to leave their exam question blank. Because if it's blank, right, confirm got no marks. If you write something right, maybe you're lucky you get 1 or 2 marks. So don't leave anything blank in biology paper, especially paper 3. Okay, we have prediction. So prediction, never give an exact value. You always write more than or less than the value given in the table. So where do you get the value? Usually it's from the first question, which is the record data. So that's why I say record data, don't do it wrongly. Okay, and then you have classification, just fill in the blank stuff. Prediction, you have to explain your answer as well, by the way. And then classification. So this is the 11th question that you have to know how to answer for section 8. So we're going to go through one question so you can understand how it really works in this way. So this is a question that never came out in SPM before for this year, 2020, okay? For paper 3, right, you have to know one fact, okay? If the question is very long, you have to finish reading the question. Because in the question, you can find a lot of things the information that you need in your exam, okay? So it says, one experiment was carried out to investigate the relationship between the speed of fan and the rate of transpiration at the leafy shoot. Water evaporates from the leaf surface by transpiration. Diagram 1.1 shows the apparatus setup used in this experiment. A healthy hibiscus leafy plant shoot were chosen with a 16 number of leaves. A gas bubble was trapped into the capillary tube. Diagram 1.2 shows the initial position of the gas bubble in the capillary tube of potometer, and the stopwatch is used to record the time taken for the gas bubble to move in a distance of 10 cm. First, the potometer was placed near a moving fan at the speed of 4. The time taken for the gas bubble to move distance of 10 cm is recorded. The experiment was repeated with the speed of fan of 2 units and 0 unit using the same leafy shoot. Table 1 shows the result of the experiment. So in this question here, what is important? Okay, I know the question is very long sometimes, but you have to make sure that you finish reading the question. Number one, find the MV, find the ORV, find the constant, find the RV. Okay, how do you find your MV and ORV? Usually is the word behind of investigate or the effect of the relationship, right? Okay, over here it say what? Speed of fan. So speed of fan is what? Your MV. Next one, rate of transpiration. As I mentioned, right, when you see the word rate of is what? Operational responding variable, ORV. Okay, this is operational responding variable. And then in the question, you can find your constant variable. What is a constant? It says what? 16 numbers of leaf, right? This is your constant variable. And if you cannot find your RV, never mind. They will always give you a table here. So if you are able to find the RV in the question, then it will be very good as well. The RV will be the time taken for the gas bubble to move at the distance of 10 cm. This is your responding variable. So remember, what is the difference between ORV and RV? ORV is the one that you learn in your textbook. RV is the one you do it in your experiment. I'm not saying that experiment you don't learn in your textbook. I'm just saying that experiment you use, RV is the one that you use it when you do an experiment. But for ORV is the one that you learn it in your textbook. For example, rate of whatever thing, vitamin C percentage, energy value is the one that you learn in your textbook. So when you do the experiment, right, you have to use other way to do it. You cannot use rate, right? So this is the difference between ORV and RV, okay? So we have the MV, RV. As long as you get the MV, ORV, CV, and RV correctly, right, you should be very safe to get a very high mark in this case. Okay, next one, record data, right? As I mentioned, record data is very important. Why? Because you cannot get this wrongly. Whatever you see, you just write. Very easy. This one is like 5, 15, and 49. Like this one, I don't have to explain. I just write what you see, obviously. Okay. Next one, observation, right? How to write observation? Observation is you choose the highest and the lowest. What is the highest here? 49, right? At fan speed of 0. 5 at the fan speed of 4, right? Highest and lowest. You can choose to write the highest or the lowest first. It's your choice to write it. So for example, observation 1 is what? Observation 1, it says, when the fan speed is 4, okay, how to write observation? MV value, RV value, right? Fan speed is MV, 4 unit is value. Time taken for the gas bubble to move in 10 cm distance is your RV. 5 minutes is your value. So it's MV value, RV value. This is the one that you have to take note, okay? Same goes to observation too. You just have to change the value lah. Okay, then you will get your 3 marks. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, yeah, guys. Okay, this one very easy. Yeah. Next one. State the inference which correspond to the observation in B1. So what is the inference? We must write inference. You have to write the ORV. What is the ORV? Rate of transpiration. So what does the meaning of transpiration means? Transpiration means what? The water being evaporated, right? So it's called transpiration. So how to write? You have to write MV is higher that time. What happened to the ORV? And if you give a reason why. When the fan speed is 4, okay? Fan speed is our MV, right? The air movement is actually the OMV. It's the one that you learn in your textbook. But never mind, if you don't write this also, it's correct one. Don't worry about it. It's high. Our ORV is also high. Okay? MV higher, ORV high or low, right? And then you have to give a reason why. More water is being evaporated. This is the reason why. Very simple. A very simple way of understanding, right? Just remember this one. If you want to dry your shirt, you put under the fan or you put it inside a box, you can dry faster. Of course, it's under the fan. Because fan, air movement is higher. Of course, it will be better. So more water will be evaporated. So same goes to observation 2. Remember, inference 1 is for observation 1. Inference 2 is for observation 2. If you write it the other way around, your answer is wrong. No marks. Totally 0 marks. If you accidentally divide it there, 0 mark, okay? Next one. Complete table 2 based on this experiment. So in this case, remember, table on the left side, you write your MV, RV, and CV. Nothing else, MV, RV, and CV. On the most right-hand side, you write the method to handle. As I mentioned, how to write method to handle. If it's manipulated, you use the word what? Use different. Use different MV, which is whatever value. Okay. Next one. Responding variable, right, is the one that we choose there. Right, what? Observe and record. Measure and record also can. But this one cannot write count and record lah, okay? Your RV, time taken for the gas bubble to move 10 cm. By using a apparatus. What is this apparatus? It's a stopwatch because it's time taken. If you want to write the ORV also can, but please remember, you have to write the formula. If you don't know the formula, you can refer to your table here. if they give you a formula. If they didn't give you a formula, you have to derive a formula by yourself, or you memorize the formula by yourself. Next one, constant variable, right? Number of leaves, right? Just now we have mentioned the number of leaves is 16. So the keyword here is what? Fixed. Fix the number of leaves. Okay, this is actually your constant variable. 16 leaf, which is the value throughout the whole experiment. Remember, your constant variable got no number one. You must write number of leaves. If you don't know, then you can write type of plant use. But type of plant use is the last choice that you choose, okay? Next one, hypothesis. This one, MV got value or not? 024 got a value, right? If 024 got a value, it means I can write the higher the MV, the higher the RV. So the higher the MV, the shorter the time taken for the gas bubble to move in 10 cm distance, because it's what I see in the data itself. The data tell me the answer. By writing this sentence is 3 marks. Or, aura is an aura. You can choose the higher the speed of span, the higher the rate of transpiration. Also can. So it's your choice to do it. Okay. Next one, construct a table. They will give you what you want to do. Just draw a table, fill in the blanks. Remember to write the unit. No unit, your answer deduct 1 mark, no unit only. So just write the answer lah. And if the question did not give you any formula, you have to derive the formula from here. cm per minute, right? You use cm divided by minute. If they did not give you any formula, then you have to derive a formula. Okay, hopefully that you all know how to derive a formula that you learn in physics. Okay. Anyway, bring a calculator, because I believe that not everyone can count by heart, right? So use a calculator and try to use it into 2 decimal place, because you have to use your answer here to draw a graph. Okay, to draw a graph, you have to use the answer here. So make sure that it's 2 decimal place. If it's 3, 4, 5, it's very hard for you to draw a graph already. Very hard. Okay, unless all of them is 2 to 3 decimal place. Because this one is like 2.0, 6.7, 67, 0.2, right? And this one, you make sure that it's 2 decimal places, easier. Okay, explain the relationship between the rate of transpiration and the speed of fan. So over here, you have to draw a graph. Remember, drawing a graph. Okay, I simply point out, okay, when you draw them together, right, remember, it's the first to the last. First to the last, not 0.0, it's first to the last. And then F, based on graph E1, state the relationship between the rate of transpiration and the speed of fan. Just now what did I say? If you can't find your ORV in the question, you can find over here. This is the ORV, because they will ask you what is the relationship between your MV and your ORV. So you can get your answer here. So the higher the speed of fan, the higher the rate of transpiration. If you do not know whether it's higher or lower rate of transpiration, never mind. Your table will tell you the answer. Higher the speed of fan, higher the rate of transpiration. Makes sense to you, right? So you have to answer already. But remember to explain your answer. Okay, this one, the higher the speed of fan, the higher the rate of transpiration, and then you have to explain your answer. Okay, they will tell you what you want. So over here, you can find the question, find the thing already. This experiment is repeated using the same type of plant with 2 unit speed of fan but only 8 leaves. Predict the time taken for the gas bubble to move at 10 cm distance. Predict your explanation. Explain your prediction. Okay. In this question, as I mentioned, never write exact number because it's a prediction. Don't write any exact value because you never know about it. Don't write your favorite number. Nobody wants to know your favorite number, guys. Okay. Write more than or less than what number? Because the question says what? 2 unit. 2 unit in the question is how much? 15, right? So you have to write whether it's more than 15 or less than 15. Right now, it's only 8 leaves. If it's 8 leaves, 16 to 8, right? It's lesser, right? Lesser means what? The surface area also lesser. If the surface area is lesser, it means that the water being lost is lesser as well. The rate of transpiration will be lower. So you have to say more than 15 minutes because the surface is lesser, the water evaporation is lesser, and the rate of transpiration is lesser. This is your explanation. To compare all of the question, right? Personally, for all of the experiment, prediction has the longest answer. Usually, that prediction has the longest answer compared to the rest of the question, okay? The next one, based on the result, state the operational definition for transpiration. So transpiration, what is the meaning of transpiration? Which is loss of water through the leaf, because it is by the leaf, right? If it's a leaf, it must be stomata. If it's a stem, it must be lenticel. But usually it's leaves, okay? So you have to explain the theory, okay? Theory. If you do not know theory, never mind. At least write this sentence, which is shown by RV. factored by MV, either one, okay? The OMV or the MV, okay? Either one. Please, if you don't know, at least write MV factored by MV. At least this one is 2 marks. Please don't leave it blank for your definition, okay? It's not the definition that we always think is so hard to score. This is very easy to score. Next one, we have the classification, classifying. It's very simple. They ask you to classify the material and apparatus only. But material are the things that we cannot be reused. Apparatus is the thing that we can be reused. So you can just fill in the blanks and you have your answer. So we are done with section A. So this technique here, please remember. If you don't remember, never mind. Before SPM, you watch my video again, then you will remember this technique. It can apply to most of the question, not all, most of the question. Please keep this video, and if you have any question, you can ask me. I will do a section B as well. So if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.